Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be playing Aurelion Sol, and we're going to be facing off against the Grand Heist adventure. I figured I might as well just repeat the challenge I did for Twisted Fate here. So we're going to be picking up the Guardian's Trinket, double of them, just so I can have as many champions as I can in my starting deck. And obviously we're going for the Starforged Gauntlets, because otherwise this deck doesn't work properly, because we need the extra mana, and the champion generation is nice. And from here I'm just going to pick all the champions every time I'm offered one. Especially for the draft, the only difference is obviously here at the start. I have to pick a bucket that offers me non-champion cards. Communal mana flow is better for me than it is for the opponent. Also, we picked up Katarina instantly because that's just a win condition. I have to play two created cards, and all of a sudden she just costs 0 and can rally infinitely. But yeah, here I'm just going to pick up champions. Pick up all the champions, and if there's a bucket that doesn't have a champion like this one, I am allowed to reroll, otherwise I just have to pick the champion anyway, even if it's bad. Might as well just spend all my rerolls here. It's not like I'll get the opportunity to use them later if I'm offered a champion, except this time around I'm not being offered a lot of champions. The last time I attempted this against Twisted Fate, I was actually offered a fair amount of champions, to the point where I could actually build a deck that had almost all champions, I'm pretty sure. Maybe there were one or two cards that weren't champions. But now I'm struggling quite a bit to find all the champions, so we're going to end up with 8, 10, 12 non-champion cards in this deck. I'll try to cut them later if I have the opportunity. I'm not even worried that the deck is a pile of random junk. I'm pretty sure we are going to do fine, even if the opponent has the threat escalation, and even if, you know, I don't really have a lot of synergies going on. It should be alright. I beat Twisted Fate, so therefore I should be able to beat the opponents here. Do I want to attack here? The opponent blocks with the Inspiring Marshal. I'm going to hold.
The desert by my side.
Worst case scenario, I play Petty Officer to get blockers. I guess I have to do it. The opponent has a board that's a bit larger than I wanted it to be. Let's block like so. Try to minimize the amount of damage taken. I get a card from the Samira, which is exactly what I wanted, because now I can start playing created cards, which is a necessity if I want to play all of these champions. Let's see. We're going to give Samira a challenger. Ooh. A card from the Emperor's deck that we can play right away. Lucky. And sure, I'll go for the Gangplank. It will remove one of the opponent's units. And then we go for Hecarim. And I'm almost rallying. I just need to play 2 more cards.
No problem.
Let's hold the Legion Saboteur back.
Line 'em up.
That's fine, the entire board dies.
Blink and you miss me. One's light.
And now the opponent doesn't have a board, so I can just rally like so.
Invisible to the ignorant.
And game over.
Behind you.
Poor guy. Lost right away. Yeah. It seems like, just like against Twisted Fate, this isn't going to be that much of a challenge. If we won that easily against the first encounter, sure, he did deal, I think, 10 damage to my Nexus. Okay, not even 10 damage, less than that. But that's to be expected from that first encounter. It's obnoxiously hard for the beginning of the run. Obviously I went for the card cut because I need to start cutting the bad cards from my deck. And in this case I'm obviously going to cut the non-champion cards because I have no option to do otherwise. I think I'm going to go Katarina, play the Blade's Edge, and then I'll be done for the turn. Oh right. She doesn't even create a Blade's Edge because she doesn't stick on board? Is that really how it works? I guess she levels up immediately and doesn't even hit the board, so the summon effect doesn't work. It's unpleasant because I needed the Blade's Edge to sort of, you know, reduce the cost of my champions, so I can actually play them over multiple turns, but I guess not. Sure, I'll trade this one in. Minimize the amount of damage I take here. Next turn I can actually go for the Katarina.
I suppose should be now. Never play.
We'll go for the Blade's Edge. Ooh, and it has doubling dice, so I don't even have to get Katarina down a second time. I might be able to reduce the cost of my champions with just the Blade's Edge alone.
According to the chart, now is the time.
I've practiced long enough. Now I must act.
Okay, no more Blade's Edges.
Be cautious,
Unlucky.
Kahiri. You don't know what to expect.
Don't hold anything back. I want.
Well then, time to start doing Katarina shenanigans with Aurelion Sol. We drop down Katarina again. Reduce the cost of all our champions yet again, and now Katarina is free, so we can just
Blood for nothing.
delay damage every single strike.
Never play fair.
And sure, the opponent's getting a
Fools hesitate.
massive lead in terms of stats on the board,
Let the bloodshed begin.
but it's not really relevant when he is going to end up dead in a couple more attacks.
Blood for Noxus. Never play fair. Isn't it thrilling?
Just like that. Now the thing is, do I end up doing this against the clock hand? I can do it. I'm just going to end up being there for a very long time. Just playing the same card over and over again. I might refrain from doing that. Just because it's a bit too annoying. Also I picked up Bundle City there. Bundle 3 there because it seemed fun. Your spells cost 1 less, sure. It's a good power. And I'll pick up the Twisted Fate. Immediately leveling up Twisted Fate seems like a very big bonus. Yeah, I'll keep the Misfortune and the Petty Officer. Unlucky. We didn't draw the Bundle 3 out of the Farsight Alteration. What do I pick here?
Time waits for no one. No one but me. Well, the future isn't what it used to be.
Get bloody?
I guess Aurelion Sol was the best pick there. I just have to hope that the opponent doesn't have any sort of way to give vulnerable to more than these 2 units. And then start a free attack, which I guess he didn't, so we're safe. Or relatively safe at least. Because he's going to pull these 2 and then I'll take a bunch of damage. Never mind, I guess he's going to pull everything and I take a bunch of damage. That can also happen. Rough. Let's just drop the Bundle 3 and hopefully it starts generating stuff that I can play for cheap. And at the same time I'll start discounting the units I have in hand, which I desperately need to do.
Don't ask for permission. Beautiful and brutal, just how I like it.
Hey everyone!
Looking for trouble? It found you. No regrets, no mercy.
And even more vulnerable. How annoying.
Hope they're watching.
Let's just attack like so. The opponent's forced to block. Interesting that he chose to block with the bubble there.
Can you miss me?
Let's deal 1 to the enemy nexus. Ooh, maybe I'll get lucky and I'll be able to rally. I guess we're rallying. And with Malphite I'll even be able to stun the opponent's entire board.
Isn't it thrilling? Try to keep up.
Okay, he's filling up his board. Nice, now he can't even play another blocker. Is this enough to win? Yes, it is. Good. I wouldn't want to have to attack again.
Blink and you'll miss me.
I took way too much damage there. Can I afford to go for healing? I think I should just cut a card instead. We don't really need the extra health. We have the buffer of the revive. I guess we'll keep the petty officer around, so we'll give him the pickaxe and then we can cut the might probably. Yeah, might's definitely the worst card. And right afterwards is the equipment, which I'll probably end up cutting right after this. if I can survive. The opponent has 800 health. And I got Katarina in my opening hand, so I guess we're playing towards that game plan. And Aurelion Sol as well. How do I want to do this? Twisted Fate obviously gives me one card right away, or one discount right away. And it can work to stun the opponent's unit. But do I want to stun the opponent's unit now? I think I want to do it later actually. I'll actually do this instead. Start the pick. Then Lunari Shadestalker.
Whatever the cost.
I'm going to set it up so that these 4 cards are going to serve as our way to reduce the cost of our Aurelion Sol to 0. And from there, we'll win. If the opponent doesn't deal a billion damage here. Okay, so he's dealing exactly 17. I can mitigate that to 12. I think that's the correct choice. And then I guess we'll go Twisted Fate since I no longer need to stun the opponent's board.
Now this game's heating up.
Then I'll drop down Samira as well because she's free.
Brutal, just how I like it.
Soak it in.
We're getting some card draw going. I can go for Katarina.
No one gets in my way.
I think the play is wait for next turn, play all the cards created by the starting picks, and then we go Aurelion Sol. Because Aurelion Sol is going to be discounted, he is going to clear the board. And then we go for Katarina and start actually attacking into the opponent. Or I can go for Malphite. Malphite also stuns the opponent's entire board, so I am free to open attack as much as I want.
Dead in their tracks.
Let's drop that down then.
Old faithful.
And then we'll go for the Aurelion Sol. Might as well, right? It's a massive unit. And I'm going to get the Immortal Phoenix. Or Immortal Fire, or whatever it's called. It's a large unit, that's all that matters. Immortal Fire.
You'll miss me. Try to keep up.
You dare try to take me?
And we open attack.
Blink and you'll miss me.
I'm going to play Katarina over the Jax because Jax is doing absolutely nothing. And now I can just go ahead and
It's just a neck.
attack the opponent for how much damage? 20, 14, 30, 40, 50. Okay, it's 70, around 70 damage a turn. It's going to take a while,
No going.
but eventually we'll actually go ahead and kill the opponent. Maybe I should speed this part up. Oh! I burned Katarina because I didn't care for the amount of hand space I had. Careless. Very careless of me. Well, at least I have Samira. That's another way to rally. Draw. Elusive. For the rally. We do it again.
Isn't it thrilling?
Can I do it again? I don't think so. It's a maybe.
A bright future, just as I have always known it would be. Well, the future isn't what it used to be.
Uh, 5 into Gangplank into Immortal Fire.
I am reborn of salt and brine.
Actually, the Immortal Fire is larger than the Twisted Fate, so let's go for the Immortal Fire instead.
Try to keep up. No problem.
Light 'em up.
98 damage. We're still not quite there yet,
Blink and you'll miss me.
unfortunately. We'll have to wait for the next turn.
I do love an audience.
Another Gangplank. I should have paid more attention. If I did, I wouldn't have had to worry about what I have to do now, because I would have been able to just close out the game with the Katarina attacks, and now I can't.
Explosive.
My, how they stare.
Let's just attack with everything. If he wants to block something, he can. He blocks Aurelion Sol. I suppose that's fine, right? It's not like I am desperate for the extra value.
Whatever you need, I got you covered.
In fact, I'm pretty sure I'm more desperate for the whole burning the opponent's nexus, or tracking the opponent's nexus with my units. Is at 300 health. Will I be able to get there? King Cool Life Blade. That helps, sort of. Let's time bomb, capture that thing. Hopefully, we also force the opponent, into filling up his board. So now I can drop this over the time bomb and get rid of the massive unit. Except I created another one, but that's a problem for later.
Hope they're watching.
Blow 'em to the depths.
And he's trading his massive unit now. I think that's better for me than it is for him. Because next turn I can try to set up another turn where I rally. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to have a fifth one. Here. Give that to the elusive. That's a 4th. Goes up to C. No, I can't afford to let the mirror die, so I have to attack like so. If he wants to kill the Gangplank, I'll just have to live with it.
Blink and you miss me.
In fact, killing Gangplank is not that bad. I have another one in hand, now that I think about it. B. We go Gangplank. And then we drop something over the barrel. We get another rally off. Attack with everything. Let's get rid of that one because it has the highest attack. He's going to kill the Gangplank yet again. Well, at the very least, we got back up to full health thanks to the lifesteal on the Kinko Life Blade. So unless the opponent just kills me in one turn, I should be alright. Slowly and surely, we're going to close out this game. But it's going to be incredibly annoying. Okay, I need to keep the Zillion on the board now. I definitely need the extra value in my cards. In fact, I might not even go for a rally here. I'm just going to try and clear up part of the board while dealing a bit of chip damage to the opponent's Nexus. Maybe I'll go for the rally next turn. Since I'll have the extra cards from the Zillion, I might be able to do it. And then I have to find a way to deal with that thing. Which I have no idea what to do. I guess we can trade it in the Petty Officer. B. One's trying to kill me now. Fortunately, it's a desperation attempt or a desperate attack in order to try and stop me from winning, but I've already won.
Try to keep up.
Because now I open attack here and then I open attack next turn. And the opponent can't do anything about it. Well, that was rough. Definitely not as exciting as some of the other clears against the Clock Hand, where I kill him by dealing damage to his Nexus. But all that matters is that I won in the end. And I didn't even have to waste a revive like I thought I would have. Let's go ahead and grab Dragon Tooth on Zillion. Might as well. He's a cheap champion. I can play him early, get double the stats. The foe's Nexus takes 1 extra damage from all sources. I think the fast deal might be better. Also, we're going for the Ruin Runner. It might be a mistake, because this deck is a bit slower. But if we somehow end up winning, then everything's going according to plan. Okay. It's a decent opening hand. Especially considering Twisted Fate costs 0. That's huge.
I'm always up for a round or two. Now this game's heating up.
stands beneath me and
With
wins
Twisted
behind
Fate
me.
down, I can go Zillion. See what the opponent plays. Try to set up a
Bright
Katarina.
future, just as I have always known it would be. Nothing really stays.
Too slow, stupid.
Soak it in.
Nothing, really.
Let the blood
You have
shed
6
begin.
mana. Are you sure you don't have
Fire
anything else you want to
solves
play?
everything.
There you go. Please get all of those combat tricks out of your hand, opponent, right now, so I don't have to deal with them later. There you go. You even hit the one that doesn't matter, because she's going to get recalled, and the attack reduction amounts to nothing in that case.
Together again, huh?
We're just one brave. That's Captain Fortune.
And with that done, let's go for the attack. Force the opponent into some bad trades. And now we close out the game by doing this. Simple.
It's just a nick.
This doesn't change it.
Your king has returned.
Just like that.
Off with ye.
A turn on kill. I definitely didn't expect it to happen here in this encounter, but I knew I would. It was only a matter of time before I started doing those, because after all we have Katarina, a free one at that, so we can just go infinite with her. Obviously we pick up the champion. Actually, I haven't been paying attention to see if I went ahead and skipped the champion or not. I hope I haven't. Dune Swallower. I think we can do the same thing here as we did last time. All we have to do is get lucky. We did get Katarina in our opening hand yet again. But it appears that we didn't get the free Twisted Fate, so
Always up for a round or two.
that's a
Looks like
detriment.
I'm on a hot streak.
Would you look at this place?
And the opponent immediately summoned the Dune Swallower.
What a day for you!
Ah, it's going to be fine. I'm going to drop down the Katarina, set up for next turn,
They'll never know
since
what
I need to level her up anyway. Also, this removes the spell shield from the Dune Swallower,
Right.
just in case I reach the point where I am in fact able to proc Twisted Fate's power or Twisted Fate's effect, and I get a gold card off on that thing. Okay, I will be able to proc Twisted Fate's power, because the opponent decided he wanted to play an additional unit.
All eyes on me.
Okay. This is kind of annoying, but at the very least I protect the Samira,
without mercy.
and then I can do this
My
here,
pleasure.
I know
here.
what I'm doing.
You're bluffing.
Get rid of the Twisted Fate because he has served this purpose,
Dead in their tracks.
stunning the Dune Swallower.
My board!
Let's try to clear up our hand a little bit. Ooh, we even get lucky and remove one of the opponent's units.
Never play fair.
I'm just going to go ahead and do this, just so I can play Aurelion Sol this turn.
This might hurt.
I feel like I need to do so.
Only fools hesitate.
The problem is, I think the opponent's units are going to end up out of range of Aurelion Sol's effect when he gets summoned. Hopefully not.
It's just a nick.
Yeah, I don't care, I'm going to drop Aurelion Sol now. I could have gone for the 0-mana Aurelion Sol, but I want to close out this game sooner rather than later.
Try to keep up. Isn't it thrilling?
Oh, that's annoying. There goes the... Wait, why did that do... Okay, it got the power or the relic where it makes it so the spell deals double damage. I was wondering why
Try to keep up.
that unit took 23 damage from Aurelion Sol's spell, which only deals 15.
That's why I'm the captain.
Now all I have to do is replicate that against Ezreal. Okay, none of these are champions, so I suppose we'll take the one that's already in my deck. And I have 800 money, so we're just going to buy one power and be done. Let's get rid of the Darkened Lodestone. It's not doing anything in this deck.
Wait, where are we going?
I need something better. Or, in this case, the something better is not having it in the deck. Toss all of these. Katarina. Petty officers. All I have to do is get this Katarina to 0 cost. I can Twisted Fate. Let's start off with Twisted Fate then.
Never lost a fair game.
Start working on the
On a hot streak.
cost reduction. See what the opponent does as well. Debuff my unit a bunch of times. Very annoying. Especially because he keeps getting those duplications on the Ancient Malediction. Okay, the opponent just started off with the best opener he could have. Or one of the best openers he could have. Now I have a useless Twisted Fate. I think I'll do this.
I will cut out your tongue. Violence solves everything.
Because I'm pretty sure I can go for a level up. The only thing that would have made this even more annoying is if he duplicated Twisted Fate right at the, or Ezreal right at the start there. Which luckily he didn't. Otherwise I would be in a bit of a pickle. Well, but without mana and he's only blocker stunned. Now he can't do anything about my
Hey there, knives.
I will
constant rallying.
It's just a nick. Quick as the blade.
So the opponent's basically screwed.
Hey there, knives.
I will cut out your tongue.
All I have to do is do
They should be.
this a whole bunch of times. I'll drop down the Gangplank, sure. Speed things along. Also drop down the Katarina. Kind of annoying that the Gangplank wasn't the one that captured Ezreal. It was the barrel.
This might hurt.
So Ezreal comes out and is unharmed. Well, for now at least. I can still find a way to get him out of the board. And he's only a 3-6 now, so he's significantly less scary. Ooh, Elder Dragon. That's a huge plus.
Everyone pays.
How close are we to leveling up Elder Dragon? We're very close actually.
Blow him to the depths.
In fact, we level him up now. Okay, that's kind of funny.
You're between me and
The opponent's just going to be killed by a randomly generated Elder Dragon.
no way.
Let the blood
Not the way I expected this game to end.
Line him up.
And just like that, we won. Interesting run, definitely.
For those who wronged me.
A bit underwhelming at points though. Especially the mid-boss and the final boss. But a victory is a victory all the same. So yeah, that will be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Till then.